What's up, everybody? I want y'all, as you're jumping in, I want you to say hello, say hi. Bless you. I hope everybody's having an amazing night tonight. I'm trying to get my shares up. If I'm coming through clear, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can see and hear me. If you can see and hear me. Uh-oh. How you doing? How you doing? If I'm coming through clear, let me know. Let me know if I'm coming through clear. If I'm all right, I see y'all got my grandma up watching. All right, do me a solid. I want to see you hitting those hearts, and I want to see you. Uh, let's see. Cool. Let's see you hitting those hearts, and I want to give you an opportunity to share this. I believe wholeheartedly that there is a prophetic push that's taking place tonight. So if you're watching on Facebook, I want you to tag, "What's up, Sean? Good to see you." If you're watching on Facebook, I want to give you a few moments to tag. I don't really have much to say to talk about. I want to render the opportunity to minister to as many of you as possible. So while you're jumping in and getting in the room, yeah, I want to see some shares and some hearts going across the screen. I don't know. I want to make sure my page isn't froze. And if I start lagging, what's up, Keith? I see Keith on TikTok and Facebook. Okay, cool. All right, great. I'm not frozen. I'm going to send. Why is that? All right. So everybody that's watching me, I want to talk tonight really quickly. What's up, Keela? Quando, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Anna's tagging. I'm trying to see why TikTok playing hard to get tonight. I need these numbers to go up. I need these numbers to go up. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. What's up, Zoe? To send this to every person that you possibly can. Send this to your social pages. Send this to your friend circle. I'm waiting on my Facebook people. I'm waiting on them to jump in so that they can start tagging all of their people. My spiritual daughter's on. What's up, Shania? All right, if you on, what's up, Juanita? What's up, Lexi? Let me see who's watching on TikTok. Desiree, day 4 fasting is going well. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. You got you got a few more days. You got about 20 some odd more days. God's gonna do it for you. All right. Now let me know where y'all watching from. We're up to 80 people on TikTok. Let me know where y'all watching from. Bio, we gotta start. I was thinking about starting working on midnight oil planning next week. So volunteers get ready. Oklahoma, Dallas, Rochester. I was in Rochester last year this time. Jackson, Mississippi, Milwaukee, Alabama. Deidre, good to see you. Greensboro, North Carolina, Bay Area, California, Myrtle Beach, ATL. That's why I'm dragging now. I just got in from the A. Lake City, Nebraska, Delaware. Come on, where y'all watching from? Chicago, Florida. 111, that's our divine number. Hey, Mama Harriet. Is that Harriet or Sean? Which one is that? Y'all share a Facebook page. Bring mine tomorrow. Bring your what? I'm thankful that you all are here. This your first time watching. God bless you. Miami is on. We are literally streaming. I need to see hearts going across the screen. I'm almost where I need to be with my numbers. I need to see hearts going across the screen. I'm almost where I need to be. We are literally streaming from coast to coast and around the world. We got people from different countries that are watching us on Facebook. And we're thankful tonight. Tonight's going to be a good night. Tonight's going to be fun. I had a nap. I got my energy drink. So we're here tonight. Right? Oh, yes. No, your oil for real. Got you. No, it's right here. I got it. I will put it. I will put your oil. I'll sit by the door, man. Don't let me forget. On the way to my workout. Let me know. All right. Let's jump right into it. I hope y'all having a good night. It's Thursday, which means we're a few days away from we're a few days away, 24 hours away from the weekend. The weekend is synonymous, or the weekend is symbolic, should I say? Uh or really, the weekend is symbolic of a reset, a time of rest, recalibration. I want to say something. While I was in the shower a few moments ago, I began to reflect on something so pivotal to me. What's up, little sis? See, my little sister's watching. On Monday, I will be 29 years of age, and I begin to reflect on some of the things that I've had to navigate in my life. Interesting enough, one of the things that I've thought about was that who I was doing some studying, and hopefully this will bless y'all. I was doing some studying while I was trying to. You're not supposed to text and drive, Mike. This will bless you, Mike. I was doing some research. I asked Google a question. I asked Google. I said, "Who at age 29 became successful?" Now Google could not lock in or give me a specific answer as to who at the age of 29 became successful. But what my research showed me was that if an individual had not reached success by the age of 25, success normally kicked in for them after 30. So I began to look at this, and while I was looking at it, I'm going to prophesy to y'all, and I'm going to minister to you, but y'all got to help me get these numbers up. While I was looking at this, I realized something, that by the age of 25, success normally hits for people. But people who hit success by 25 have to grow in the limelight. People who hit success after 30 are more prone to enjoy longevity of success because they have gone through experiences, and by the time they've stepped into success completely mature. The Spirit of the Lord spoke to me, and this revelation dropped on me so heavy, and I want to share this to those of you that are listening to me, that if in fact you have not accomplished it by the age of 25, and I'm stepping into year 29, that means I'm literally just one more year from the door turning. Now, this is for those of you who are over 25. I want to prophesy to you really quickly. What some of you don't realize is you're literally closer to a breakthrough in your building than you think you are. Those of you who are wrestling with the thoughts of age, those of you who are struggling with the mindset that maybe I'm getting too old, I feel like I'm running out of time, I'm losing my stride, I'm losing my seasoning, I'm losing my flavor, I'm out of touch with reality, the culture is shifting. I want to prophesy this to somebody. There's a demand on the age that you are now, and God is going to do something for you because you are on the other side of your curve. Remember that I told you Tuesday night, Jesus told the disciples, let us go to the other side. I feel like there's a turning point for somebody at this age. I feel like there's a turning point and a shift for somebody, that you are literally in the boat that's taking you. I knew this was going to bless you, Mike. You're in the boat that's taking you to the other side. Is that Alexis that be singing real good? There are some of you that you feel like you feel like God's been taking his time to bring you to deliverance. God's been taking his time getting you to the place where you've been dreaming. God's been taking his time to set the stage. And the Spirit of the Lord began to speak to me on my ride home, Pastor Jalen. He said, I want you to look at the analytics, because analytically, you're right on schedule. Analytically, you are about to step into a season called more. Analytically, you are about to step in something where most people who are like most actresses and most actors, if they didn't hit it by 25, Anna, that didn't mean they stopped. By the time they got over 30, there was a maturity and a stride that they kicked into. And so I just saw one individual just said, well, I'm almost 40. I'm telling you, that's the right, you're in the right place for your flavor to be experienced. At 25, I got married. By 27, I was divorced. By 27, I was having a newborn baby. I went through. Oh, I went through. I'm telling you, I love your singing. You are one of God's greatest gifts to the earth. We've got to connect. By 27, I was stepping into something completely naive, scared, anxious, afraid, fearful. I had just become a senior pastor, and my grandmother retired, but she had given me a leadership position that I wasn't necessarily groomed for, which means I had stepped into something that didn't make sense to me, but it made sense to the time scale. And so while I was comparing myself to all of my other friends who had churches with money and who had gone through major life experiences and their marriages was doing well, I was living in the realm of comparison. And so I couldn't appreciate my own origin story because I was sitting here saying, well, I feel like I should be in the room with these people. I should be ministering on these stages, or I should be prophesying like this, or I should be doing this, that, and the third. And I began to live in a place of defeat, and I minimalized my gift, not knowing that God didn't want to give me success at 25 because he knew by the time I stepped into 35, 25, it would all make sense. I'm prophesying to somebody, you're not even catching it yet. By the time I stepped into 35, what I've been through for the past 10 years would have been a process for the performance of God's promise. And there are some of you that are listening to me tonight. I want to just let you know that God is not going to overlook what you've been working on. I want you to put this in the comments, and I need you to talk to me tonight. I need you to say, I'm so close. I need you to just type that, I'm so close. What some of you don't realize is you are literally about to break into time. You're about to break into time. Time speaks to Chronos and Kairos. Time speaks of Chronos and Kairos. Chronos deals with chronological time, time in form, time in rhythm, time in syncopation, time in pattern. Chronos chronologically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 through 9, 1 through 10. It speaks to a system, but Kairos speaks to a break in time, which means some people, Shania, they get a break in time. Some people, it happens for them sooner. Some people, it happens for them just because it's their time to be presented before us. I don't want to speak to the people who've been favored enough to get Kairos. I want to talk to those of you who've had to learn how to smile through your tears while celebrating other people who passed you. I want to talk to those of you who you know what it feels like to have to find something at the last minute to wear to your friend's engagement party, but you just went through a breakup. I want to talk to those of you who knows what it feels like to have to go to other people's graduations, but you ain't even applied for school yet. I want to talk to those of you who knows what it feels like to be the first person to call when people get engaged, and you're at the reception and you're at the wedding, but you're there by yourself. There are some of us that are still in a chronological moment. We are still waiting for our breakthrough in time. We're still waiting for God to do something for us in time. Somebody say that, in time. And there's something that's getting ready to happen, because I sense a turning point getting ready to happen for some of you. I sense a turning point getting ready to manifest in your life. That time is no longer going to fight against you. You're about to get it in time. In due season, you will reap a harvest if you faint not. You are at the perfect point in your life for God to do something for you, and I hope you catch it. You're at the perfect point in your life, Kimberly, for God to do something for you, Daisha, this time. this time. This time. This is the time. This is the place. This is the job that I wanted to bring you to. This is the season that I wanted to bring you to. This is the moment of your life that I wanted to bring you to. And as scary, as sketchy, as inconvenient, as uncomfortable, as unorthodox, as stressful as it may be, it's in this time. Now faith is the substance of things you've prayed for, but you haven't touched yet. And it is the evidence, it's the absolute proof of things you have not even seen. So this, what God is doing for some of us, is things that we've literally talked about for years, but never thought it would happen this fast. It is the time of your life where God is going to prove to you that in this moment, in this season, I'm going to show you that I've preserved you. Somebody say, I've been preserved. I know you're going to be petty. Your name is Problems, but I bless you anyway. Right? So I've preserved you. I've given you this grace to be preserved. Even for those of you, for some of you who felt like you've reached a place of expiration. You've reached a place. Are you catching this, Miss Sharon? You've reached a place where there's some things that are in you that are too good. You're literally too gifted for you to have been exposed prematurely. And because the value of what's on your life is so incredible, I know there's some of you like, well, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s, I've had 3 kids and I've gone through a divorce, or I'm in this season of my life and I'm in this space and I went to school and I got my degree and I'm not even using my degree. I get all of that, but none of that matters when there's a break in time. Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, I want you to say I'm with you. None of that makes sense. There are people who've gone to school for things and they're not even using their degrees because social media took off for them. There are people who've gone and received these degrees and they're not even working in their degree. Why? Because God said, I know what you went to school for, but I want to bless you in this capacity. I let you get that degree because I wanted you to prove to the people around you that you had it in you to make them happy. There are some people that never went to school. There are some people that have never worked a job. There are some people that have never stepped foot in a place of employment. There's some people that have jobs and you're frustrated on your job because there is an entrepreneur in you. And every time you go to work, that entrepreneur in you is grieved because you have the skill set to build, but you're afraid to build and have to struggle for a little bit. But you're afraid to say, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice this just so I can be blessed over here. You're afraid to step out. You're afraid to come out of the boat, Peter. Boats can be dangerous to people who've been called to walk on water. Peter sees Jesus and says, if it's you, let me come to where you are. The reason why God won't let you stop dreaming is because he understands your boat has become your holding sail. And I'm not going to let this thing let you go until you ask me to bless you to where you can step out on faith and come to it. Lord, help me. Peter says, if it's you, change how I'm living now so that I can come to where you are. If it's you, God, why you won't let this thing let me go? I've tried to forget about it. I've tried to walk away from it. I've tried to find something else to do. I've tried to hide in the background. I know there's some of you that are listening to me. You say all the time, well, prophet, pastor, I'm good in the background. Nobody has to know my name. I'm good working behind the curtain. Some gifts are too valuable to be behind the curtain. Some gifts are too valuable to be on the other side of the light. Some gifts you've let other people shine so, and you've served in that place and space well. But I need you to accept the fact that what God is doing in this season of your life is he's giving you the ability to walk on what should drown you. It don't make sense to some people because they just ignorant. But to those of you who are catching exactly what I'm saying, I want to prophesy to 80 of you that are listening to me tonight that there is a transformation that's happening in your life. And this will be the time of your life where you walk on water. Now, Some of you, I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Because if you're going to walk on water, that means you can't let the other people that decide to stay in the boat talk you out of what God told you to do. We never hear what Peter asks Shania. We never hear what Peter, Keith, we never see what Peter asked the other disciples, do you think he meant to tell me to come? But the moment he said, come to me, Peter says, I have no other choice but to try him at his word. It doesn't make sense for you to argue with God if he's going to give you what you ask for. Am I making sense? I need to see hearts going across the screen. He says to him, he says, come. I really want to talk about Abraham, Prophet Sanchez. I want to talk about Abraham. I want to talk about Abraham going to sacrifice his son Isaac. I want to talk about how Abraham was getting ready to sacrifice his son Isaac. And he was so willing to literally kill his own son just to give God what God asked for. But I just feel led to go another way really quickly, because I believe that there are some of you that you've literally been giving God the very thing he's been asking of you. And now that you're in this place and space of your life, he wants to do something for you that's going to blow the minds of the people that are watching you. You are Peter. Hear me, Peter, the one that walked on water. Peter, the same one that came and said, hey, this is what, Jesus said, I am. And Peter looks at him and says, thou art the Christ, Son of the living God. And he says, Petros, upon this rock, I build my church, and the gates of hell will not be able to prevail against it. Peter, the same one that he says, hey, the enemy desires to have you that he may sift you as wheat. But fear not, because I have prayed for you. And when you've been converted, go back and strengthen your brethren. This is the same Peter that denied him 3 times. This is the same Peter that on the day of Pentecost, when they're speaking in tongues, and the Bible says that these onlookers, these outsiders, are looking at them by Prophetess Bobby and saying, hey, these men are drunk. And Peter stands up and says, these men are not drunk. This is the fulfillment of prophecy. This is the same Peter. This is the same Peter that said, I can't hang out with these people. No, God, I can't hang out with these people. And God puts him in a trance. He puts him in a sleep, a deep sleep, and tells him, Peter, don't call what I've called clean unclean. Don't feel like you're better than other people, because I want you to remember, I've always challenged you. I've always challenged you to be more, because I know you would be willing to reach people other people would overlook. I've always challenged your gift. I've always challenged your sign. I've always challenged your song. I've always challenged your pen. Am I talking to anybody that knows what it feels like for God to put a demand on you, and you don't know why you were dealing with this demand? You don't know why this pressure is as heavy as it is. You don't know why things are as sketchy as they are. And it's because you are a water walker. It's because God understands that what I'm doing in your life will not make sense to people who decide to stay in the boat. You can't speak to Pentecost if you don't walk on this water. You can't defend the rejected. Come on. You can't reach the lost. You can't be a spokesperson for people who have no voice if you don't walk on water. Who's going to miss their breakthrough because you're afraid of drowning? Who's going to miss their opportunity because you're afraid to launch your business? Who's going to miss who in your family is still going to stay stuck under this generational cycle because you refuse to say, no, this is where it stops? I wish I had 100 people that were listening to me tonight that would just say, no. That's why God deals with me the way he deals with me. He's been challenging me to walk on water all year. I'm not telling you to go get in a swimming pool. I'm not telling you to go buy you a speedboat and go walk on the water in Miami. I'm not telling you that you need to go step out on a boat in the Sea of Galilee, because if you can't swim, you are going to drown. But what I am telling you is this prophetic word is symbolic of what God has called you to accomplish. That scares you, but you gotta accept the fact that fear does not control the conversation. I'm talking to those of you who realize this season of your life is pivotal. God's calling for a pivot. And if you keep making excuses, the boat will become the place you are buried in. Somebody type this tonight. Shawan, I hope you catch this. God, don't bury me in the boat. I don't want to limit my kids to my boat. I don't want, hallelujah. There's some things I want my daughter to accomplish, but she'll never get it done if I stay in the boat. God, don't bury me in the boat. I got too many dreams inside of me. Some of you, you pop out vision like how now I'm gonna talk fluid now because I done got this cough drop out my mouth. But just like I'm speaking with such ease, how I'm flowing through the English language with oratorical finesse, that's how some of you can pop out creativity. But we'll never know because you keep burying yourself in the boat. You keep burying yourself behind your family dysfunction. You keep making excuses for your kids. You keep making excuses for your household. You keep burying yourself in the boat. And I believe that there are some of you that God is saying one word to you, and you got to catch it tonight. He's just telling you one word, and if you don't catch it, you might not see the next season of success. All he's saying is, come. All he's saying to you, Peter, is you're too gifted to want to stay bound in this capacity. Anybody believe? I need you to share this. If you're watching, I need you to share this tonight. I need you to share this. I need you to share this. I need you to send this to somebody on TikTok. I need you to send this to somebody on Facebook. I feel the strength. I feel somebody literally getting ready to make faith moves. So good to see you, Miss Tanya. I feel somebody getting ready. Come on, I need you to share this. I need you to send this to some people. If I can get at least 10 people to send it to 10 people, we'll be exactly where we need to be. What many of you don't realize is God's calling for your faith tonight. I need you to make faith moves. I need you to make faith moves so until you get dizzy. I need you to make faith moves so until people look at you and say, who are you and where did you come from? We didn't even know you had this in you. You know why you didn't have this in you? You know why you didn't have, you know why y'all never saw this in me? You know why y'all never knew what I was capable of? Because I was so afraid to walk on water. I let my mama talk me out of it. I hate you, Kira. I let my mama talk me out of it. I let my father talk me out of it. I let what the lack of support in my family discourage me. And I said, nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to care. Anna, I think some of us make the mistake because we talk to unmotivated people about motivated vision. Oftentimes we get discouraged because we're talking to people who lack motivation. And because they don't have motivation, we get discouraged because we are birthing something that requires 110% of our energy. And by talking to you, I've gotten discouraged because you don't have faith beyond your boat. And we never see Peter discussing walking on water with the other disciples because at some point somebody would have told him, you're stupid. You're crazy. He's Jesus. He can do it. You're not Jesus. But that's the part about it. If he's telling me to do it, clearly one or two things are going to happen. If he's telling me to do it, either he's put flotations in my feet or he's turned my water into concrete. But either way, I can't fail if I keep my eyes on him. Okay, y'all missed it. All right, I'll come back and get you. If he's telling me to do it, he's already equipped my situation to handle my faith. Say that again, Pastor, because it's not making sense to me. If God is leading you to do something that's beyond your control, he's already equipped your situation to accommodate your faith. It's not faith if it's not a mountain in front of it. Because what you can handle speaks to your own strength. Faith speaks to your spirit. He only started drowning the moment he started focusing on his success. Did that make sense? I'm done. He only started drowning when he started paying attention to his success. Your Sunday school teacher would tell you he looked down. He looked down, then he started drowning. He took his eyes off of who called him. And interesting enough, every time you take your eyes off of the goal, you will sink into dysfunction. The enemy of destiny will always be dysfunction. That's a status. I need 5 of y'all to make that status and tag me in. Post it on your Instagram and at me. The enemy of destiny will always be dysfunction. And some of you are having you're having spiritual relapses because you're not strong enough to stay consistent. So you rather lie in dysfunction. Here's the thing about it. We all know somebody. We all know somebody that's completely gifted, but they're so dysfunctional. We all know somebody like it. We all know somebody. We all know somebody that's so dysfunctional. They need people to think for them. They need people to talk for them. They need people that always hold their hand. And Jesus never held Peter's hand until he started sinking in dysfunction. Jesus didn't have to hold his hand until Peter started sinking in failure. He was successful. God, I wish I had some screamers on here tonight. He was successful as long as he was obedient to the come. As long as he was obedient to the call, Jesus never had to hold his hand. Growing up, they used to sing a song. Shirley Caesar used to sing a song that says, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. I just want to argue that with you, Grandma Shirley. I only want to argue that with you because I only need him to hold my hand when I'm in a place of transgression. The way of the transgressor is hard. But when I'm obedient to the goal he set in front of me, I don't need him to hold my hand. I just need to keep my eyes on what he said. I need everybody that's watching me tonight to put this in the comments. Keep my eyes. I just need you to keep your eyes. Felicity, I need you to keep your eyes. Gail, I need you to keep your eyes. Daisha, I need you to keep your eyes. Janaya, I need you to keep your eyes. Keith, I need you to keep your eyes. Rosalind, I need you to keep your eyes. Acacia, I need you to keep your eyes. I need you to keep your eyelids straight ahead. Kimberly, Nini, Juanita, I need you to keep your eyes, because if you ever take your eyes off of destiny, you start slipping into places of dysfunction. Last thing I'm going to tell you, and I'm done right here. Oftentimes as a pastor, I get people that reach out to me, particularly some that are my members, and they start telling me some of the things that they start dealing with, and some of how they start, Shania, going through these life moments, these setbacks and these issues. And Pastor, well, I started dealing with this, and I started dealing with that. And it always stems from the root of they took their eyes, they allowed their circumstance to take their eyes off of what God told them to do in the first place. And here's the thing, this is how you know, because they always come and tell me, I know what I need to be doing. I know what I should be doing. I just got distracted. When you give in to distraction, you will always breed dysfunction. When you start feeding distraction, you begin to have twins called discomfort and distraction. But the moment you stay steady and keep your eyes focused, you don't always need somebody to prophesy to you. Every now and again, you just need somebody to come and tell you, God said, keep going. I just want to make sure I'm on the right track. I just want to make sure I'm. Truth of the matter is, Kira, there's some days where I feel like I'm not doing the right thing. There's some days where I feel like I'm completely on a whole different route. God, I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. When your eyes are in the right place, you just need somebody to tell you, God said, keep going. And that's all I got to tell you. If this is blessing you, I need to see hearts going across the screen. And the Spirit of the Lord spoke to me on my way home and said, chapter 29 is the chapter where you're that one step away from that door to greatness. Most people, hear me, ladies and gentlemen, if they have not reached success by 25. So some of you, God just needs you to get to 25. That's why the devil wants you to feel like you're going to die young, because 25 is your turning point. If you don't hit by 25, it's got to come anytime after 30. I just need somebody to say, my time is coming soon. I'm done. My time is coming soon. I just need everybody to type that. My time is coming. My time is coming soon. My time is coming soon. Your time is coming soon. I like that. Somebody called in and said, my time is now. Kiera said, my time is now. I know that's right. My time. And you can and you have the authority to declare that. You have the authority to speak that. And here's the thing about it, make no apology. Don't you go apologizing for the prosperity that's about to hit your life. Don't you go apologizing for the greatness God is pouring out on you. I love it. I would prophesy to you, Pastor Jalen, but I'll leave you where you are. I want to prophesy to my friend Alexis. Because that's a saying of somebody, y'all. But I want to say, it was good, Alexis. I'm glad it blessed you. I'm gonna turn my music down real quick because I really want to. Alexis, stay where you at. I want to give you a word, but before I give you a word, I want to say this to the young lady that's watching me, Gail, Gail Wilson. Gail, there's a season of strategy that's coming to you. Father said to tell you it's going to be a level of new strategy and a new wisdom. It's going to be a level. Stay where you at, Alexis. I'm coming. It's going to be a new strategy and a new wisdom. The Father says to tell you this next year of your life is going to be incomparable. It's not going to compare to all the other things that you've seen. The Lord said to tell you that what you're going to begin to do in this year of your life, and I'm talking about from October to now, of October to next year, what you're going to do in this next year of your life is going to shock you. The wisdom and the reach that the Lord is giving you. It's going to be pivotal for you. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you, it's also going to be a year of prayers answered. It's like I hear the Lord saying to tell you, Gail, that over the past 365 days, your prayers have been being built up. He says they're not being ignored, they're being stored up. And so the Lord said to tell you that as the prayers are going to begin to be released over your house, it's going to be an incomparable season. It's not going to compare to what you've seen in times past. The Father said to tell you it's not going to make sense and it's not going to match. That's just how quick I feel the presence of the Lord. That's just how quick things are getting ready to start happening in your life. Here's the Lord saying to tell you, Gail, good news is getting ready to come back to back to back. I don't know what this time and season of your life has been. I don't know if it's been just a time of reflection, but I hear the Lord saying to tell you tonight, I hit the reset button concerning your season, and things are getting ready to start happening back to back. You know how when your phone is messing up and it's glitching, kind of like what my computer's doing now, but y'all can't see it. When your phone is messing up and glitching and it's freezing, sometimes you'll have to go in and hit the reset on your phone, and then things start working normally. Hear the Lord saying to tell you there's a reset that's about to happen for you, and things are getting ready to start working like clockwork. Alexis, I know that you sing. Again, I'm one of your biggest fans, and I want to prophesy to you and tell you, Alexis, that the season is about to shift for you. I don't know why. I don't know why I see you relocating or moving, or there's some type of favor that's set up for you in another place. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you that your gift is releasing a grace of reciprocity for you. Hear the Lord saying to tell you that there's a fresh sound that's coming out of you, with tangible presence is going to be in these meetings that you're going to. The Lord said to tell you that you won't just be discovered on TikTok, but He says to tell you that there's some people that are literally watching your Instagram pages. I hear the Lord saying to tell you, my God, that those, Gail, did that word make sense to you? The Lord said to tell you that there are those that are watching you that are getting ready to give you their private support for public success. And I hear God saying to tell you, don't be surprised by who already knows your name when you get in the room. Some people are intimidated by your grace because they literally know you're up next. And oftentimes, I can tell you from personal experience, oftentimes the generals don't want to support who they know they've got to pass the torch to. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you, I don't know why, but I also, and I hope you don't get offended with me, but I see doors opening for you in a secular arena as well. You're getting ready to background for people that you've been studying. Literally, there's some connections that's coming to you, open door opportunities. It's going to walk up on you. But the Father says to tell you, you're getting ready to seize the season, and it's going to start making sense why that last door was closed in your face, which is why there's about to be a financial adjustment for you. I don't know if you're working out, but the Lord said to tell you, I've got to make sure that there's a job that's going to be able to accommodate your travel, just because how things are getting ready to pick up. And this season of scarcity, and where Satan has tried to threaten you with lack, it won't be. Mm. Did I freeze? I need to see hearts going across the screen. Did it freeze? Okay. Did it freeze? I'm talking about on TikTok. I wanted it to freeze. I want to make sure she heard that word. I need to see how hearts going. It froze. Okay. So let me know if you're back in, Alexis. Okay. So the Lord said to tell you that there is he said to tell you that there's going to be a financial shift that's going to happen, which is why you got to have a job that will accommodate what's happening. It's always warfare on TikTok. Yeah, that's me. TikTok always freezing, right? Okay. All right. Let me get some hearts if we back good. Let me get some hearts. Stay. I'm on Facebook too. Stay where you at, Miss Tanya. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get to my own TikTok. See if I can pull it up and see what y'all seeing. If you'll let me do it. All right. I just want y'all to worship. Ale- just inbox me. I'll send it to you. Just inbox me. Hallelujah. I don't know. If I'm back on TikTok, just give me a thumbs up. Let me say this to you. Um, Miss Tanya, I want to say this to you. You know, saying to tell you, don't just stay the course. The Lord said to tell you there's a righteous reward for your consistency. The Lord said there's a righteous reward for your consistency. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you that you're like Hannah. When Hannah was in a place of lack, she went and prayed to God. God gave her a prophet. God gave her a son, what she was asking for, because God needed a prophet. And so the Lord said to tell you, Miss Tanya, that there's some things He's releasing into your life off of the strength of He needs your creativity to bring it into the earth realm. So the Father says to tell you there's a reward coming for your consistency. And I hear the Lord, it's like I can hear you saying, this is unbelievable. I don't know why, but I want to prophesy this to 80 people that are listening to me. It's going to be a mind blowing year for you. And Miss Tanya, I hear the Lord saying to tell you, I hear you saying it's going to be unbelievable. The Lord said to tell you that you've been in a time where you've been feeling like you've been crushed. But I hear the Father saying to tell you the pressure was only pushing you to a place to produce more. The Bible says that the more they were afflicted, the more they grew. Woo. And I'm not saying that you're going through anything right now, but I hear the Lord saying to tell you, I'm going to settle your season. And I'm going to begin to start strategically releasing things into place for you. The Father said to tell you, December's going to start it, but January and February and March are going to be breakthrough months for you, literally going to be divine months of healing. I really want TikTok to get saved. TikTok just got to get saved. The Lord said to tell you that they're going to be months of divine healing. There's going to be an incredible release for you. And the Lord said to tell you that you're going to destroy what was trying to destroy you. It's a time of divine demolish. It's a time of divine demolish. There's a grace on you to get through, but I hear the Lord saying to tell you, not this year, you just won't get through. You're about to get over. Everybody that can hear me, that I'm coming through clear. That word makes sense to you, woman of God. Everybody that can get through, everybody that can hear me, I'm coming through clearly. I want to see hearts going across the screen, and I need you to just type one word in all caps. I want you to say now. Now, there's a young lady on TikTok. I want to profit TikTok. Just, I don't know. It won't do right. Now, I want you to type that now. Now, now, now. Now, now, I'm telling you, now, Kiera, now, Asia, you just put the hearts and you said now. Okay, TikTok must be fine. I gotta talk fast on TikTok before I start messing up. Asia, you said now, and I hear the Lord saying to tell you that's exactly what's happening for the door you've been praying for. It's been a time where the Lord's going to begin to release certain things for you in the now that you've been feeling like has been on hold at a standstill. But I hear the Lord saying to tell you, I don't know why, but God told me to tell you music has saved your life. And the Lord said to tell you that because music has saved your life, I'm going to allow you to be very effective in the realm of music. I don't know if you want to work with music, if you write music, it don't even matter. I'm telling you what the Lord is telling me to tell you. It don't have to make sense to you or me. It just got to make sense in time. The Lord said to tell you because music has been a pivotal part of your healing process. He says to tell you, I'm going to allow you to be effective in the realm and place of music. I don't know what you want to do for a living or what you do for a living, but the Father told me to tell you that there is a time and an opportunity that's coming to you where you're going to realize that on TikTok, you said now and God said right now. The Lord said to tell you, I'm serious about your development. There's some things literally that the Lord had to, it's almost as if that's what I saw in the realm of the spirit. I saw God do this for you. I saw God do this for you. I literally saw God do that. The Lord said to tell you, it's had to be some intentional tears, but nothing that would destroy you. And so, Asia, I hear the Father saying to tell you, embrace what I've separated just so that you can finally live in a place of perpetual success. Father said to tell you, Father said to tell you, it's been a time where you've been navigating major levels of toxicity. But the Lord said to tell you, I'm breaking the poison and the venom that's been trying to seep through. Right now. Right now. Right now. See, it's not freezing over here. Right now. Gracefully teared. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you, for those of you who know exactly what I'm talking about with this tear, if I'm not freezing, I need y'all to hit those hearts. As long as I see the hearts, I know I'm coming through clean. And for those of you who know what it feels like to go through a tear, if something has been torn, there are ripples. These fibers in this envelope, they'll never get back. I can tape it back together, but they'll never get those fibers back. There are certain tears some of you have experienced, and God said to tell you that part of your life I had to tear because I don't want you to remember it. You'll never go back to that place. You'll never go back to that season. That's why no matter how much you try to get back in that relationship, it don't feel the same because there's pieces of you that are there that I intentionally wanted gone. That's why no matter, I remember when I wanted to get my job back at the airport, Greg, and my supervisor looked at me and said, "You're a great kid, but you're just not a good fit here." That tore my confidence. It shattered me. But it was God's protection to make sure I never went back to a place that would try to control my gift. I'm trying to help somebody tonight, and I hope this, I hope this thing is blessing you, because I need you to understand the fact that there's some tears that you've had to navigate only because God wanted to bless you. I like that. The tear that brings you to tears, the tear that brings you to tears, but leads to triumph. What are you talking about? Give me scripture. What you have sown in tears. Oh, I wish I had 100 worshipers tonight. What you sown in tears, you will reap. All those nights of you crying yourself to sleep, all those nights of you crying on your way to work, you got to go sit in the car and cry. Lord, I wish I was talking to somebody. You on your way to pick up your kids and you're crying. You crying and don't even know why you crying. You crying so much you done got on your nerves from crying, because you didn't even realize God was using your tears as seed. My spiritual son is on here. He'll tell you, he used to tell me all the time, "Pastor, I just cried, Jeremy. I just didn't understand why I was crying. And I just cried. And I walked around campus and I cried. And I sat in my car and I cried. And I left from preaching and I cried." And Pastor Jalen, the Lord told me to tell you that you didn't realize, you thought you were crying because you were emotional, but God had you in a season called sowing. Woo! I hope I'm talking to somebody. See, you don't realize when you try to hold your tears in, you're telling God, "My seed isn't good enough." When you sow in tears, you are literally prophesying to your future that I'm expecting a harvest of joy. I got anybody listening to me that's expecting? I got anybody listening to me that understands that you're not crying because you're emotional? You're in a season called sowing. What you sown in tears requires God will give you a harvest. He says, "You will reap if you faint not." David says, I would have fainted, lest I believe to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I'm in a season of harvest because I cried for sowing. All right, okay. Glory. I made myself happy. I'm not gonna cry with y'all on TikTok tonight. But I just want to prophesy that what you have sown in tears, and I want to declare this over somebody, that no weapon formed against you. Tawana, do you hear me? Who is that? That right here. I want to Amber. Amber, I'm telling you, I felt this so heavy for you, Amber. What you've sown in tears, you'll reap in joy. But Amber, I heard the Lord say to tell you that the weapons, there have been weapons that have formed. I got to prophesy like I'm on TV now. The weapons that have formed, they have been sent to you. And I heard the Father saying to tell you they've not prospered. They've not prospered. They've just been presented. And Amber, I hear the Lord saying to tell you, you literally have what it takes to defeat what you're facing. You have what it takes to defeat what you're facing. And it's not as simple as some people think it should be. But I hear the Lord saying to tell you, it's going to be a season of direct deliverance. Direct deliverance, direct freedom, direct opportunity, direct answers. If they were only presented. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you, don't let the presentation make you get nervous. Don't let the presentation cause you to be fearful. Don't let the presentation cause you to fret. The Father said to tell you, don't let the presentation cause you to back up. God said to tell you no. And this is for Amber, whoever's else is going to catch it. God said, no, I need you to meet this season head on, because you are literally going You are literally going to meet this thing head on and bring into a harvest of deliverance. Amber, God said to tell you it's a generational trait that you've been called to break. I was joking before I got on live tonight, and I was just messing around, but I feel led to say this for real. I feel the power of witchcraft being broken tonight off of about 80 people that are watching me on both platforms. I feel God breaking the hand of witchcraft, and I feel God breaking the hand of that weapon, that generational curse, and that generational trait that's been trying to sabotage and seduce some of you. I just want everybody that's listening to me tonight to type the curse is being broken. Amber, you're going to beat it and meet it head on. I need everybody to type that the curse is broken. Woo! I need everybody to type that the curse is broken. I know that's right. And I pray God will open your eyes to see the need for deliverance. Come on, somebody catch it. Somebody catch it. Somebody catch it. All right. The curse is broken. The spell has been broken. The spell is broken. Help us, Jesus. It's not allowing me out of all my stuff. What? All right, it's back. I see it's back. She's never asked me to, in all my time in ministry. The curse is broken. Wow. The presence of the Lord is on here tonight. I love you, Kira. Thank you so much. You have a good night, and congratulations on your new season. Congratulations on your new season and substantial doors. I bless you. I want you to share this with somebody. Hmm. Your apostle hasn't prayed for you, but they've identified that there's a curse on you. Maybe God is not talking to me. Oh, God's always speaking. He's always speaking. Whether I call your name or not, he's always speaking. He said, I sent my word and it healed them and delivered them of all their diseases. He's always speaking. We don't live by bread alone, but we live by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Now, you, hold on, I want to go back to your comment, your initial comment, and I'm going to, you're an evangelist. The gift of the evangelist is a very special gift. It's so special. Um, it's so special because it's always needed. The gift of the evangelist is a gift really that anybody who functions, any believer, not just somebody who functions in the fivefold or the fourfold ministry, uh, but the gift of the evangelist is something that every believer should have. We all should have received the power to become his witnesses. And so your gift broke what many people don't realize is generational curses were broken at the cross. We give emphasis to the curses when we fail to give victory to the cross. And so I'll be praying for you, see if the Lord says anything. And so what many people don't realize is when we begin to identify generational curses, if we don't necessarily pinpoint or lead you to a place or encourage you to identify those curses, oftentimes when we say things like that, we lead the people more so to a place of fear than we do to a place of success. And so anytime Jesus identified a demon, he brought the people to a place of deliverance. And so if your apostle has identified these curses, I would sit my apostle down and say, it's just the pastor in me now. I would sit my apostle down and say, what exactly do you see? And how can I break this generational trait? Because the curse has already been broken, right? We don't live under the curse anymore. We live in grace. And so as the curse has been broken, now you need it to be identified so you can know where you're combating. You never bring a knife to a gunfight. And I think because of your inability to identify, you're bringing a knife to something that God may say, I want you to use your words and speak against. It could be poverty. Now, there's some of you that are listening to me that you are wrestling in your finances because your family has a generational trait of not being able to steward money. I feel the Holy Ghost tonight. I'm getting ready to prophesy this to somebody. I don't know if it's on TikTok or Facebook, but there's somebody getting ready to receive some land. I don't know if you're looking at land, if you've been looking at purchasing land or buying some land, but the Father is favoring you for some land because this thing is going to be something that's going to be generational for your family. Woo! Hallelujah. Somebody said, me, that's me. Land, looking at purchasing land, and it's not just for you to build a house on it, but I hear the Lord saying to tell you, buy the land and just sit on it and don't sell it to the city or the county. I don't know how that works wherever you're at, but the Lord said to tell you, just get the land in your possession because it's going to bring you I've never heard this before, and I want y'all to type it if I'm coming through clear. It's going to bring residual breakthrough. Residual breakthrough. There are two people tonight that are going to partner with this. There are two people tonight that are going to partner with this. I felt this earlier while I was on my way home. It's really four people, but I'm going to let you build your faith tonight. I want to talk to the people that are full of faith. I want to talk to four people that are full of faith tonight, that you believe that there is a place of faith that the Father's bringing you into, and it's going to bring residual breakthrough. And the Lord is encouraging you tonight to release a partnership seed of 100. I know you're on here like I know my own name. It's a seed of residual breakthrough. There are four people tonight with that seed of 100. I want to pray for you tonight. I want to minister to you. Those of you who are sowing that seed, the four of you that are not, if you've watched my TikToks, you know I take my time and minister to every person that gives and those that don't give. If you're one of my four, I want you to say, that's me. That's me. I want you to say, that's me. Miss Gail said, I'm one. Miss Gail, I want you to let me know when you release that seed. There's three more. God don't lie. There's no way God will bring us to this place of accuracy and then we be wrong when it comes down to our gift. $100 is nothing to somebody that's getting ready to step into one of the greatest seasons of breakthrough. I want you to sow tonight and testify tomorrow. Some of you gonna catch it. The rest of y'all just gonna be eavesdroppers on the breakthrough. I want you to sow tonight and testify tomorrow. There's 3 more. You feel compelled to give because you know that after this seed, your life will never be the same. I'm so confident in the grace on my life that I'll give you your money back. I'll give you your money back before I embarrass God. There's 2, 3, 4. Come on, somebody else. You might want to give tonight. You might say, Pastor, I can't afford to miss this opportunity. Wow, I didn't even realize. Wow, God is so faithful. I didn't even realize that somebody had already sent it before I ever said anything. Wow. They're dropping the giving information in the comments. God does not. I've never seen him lie. I've never seen him lie. I've never seen my God lie. Come on. There are those of you that are sowing that seed of 100. Who else am I waiting on? I'm telling you, I know it like I know my own name. I've never seen God bring us to a place of failure. Is this not working? Trying to pull my stuff up, y'all, so I can see. That's why it's not working right there. Hallelujah. We was on the wrong network. As you're moving with that seed of 100, I want you to type residual breakthrough. Residual breakthrough. Come on. I need you to say that. Residual breakthrough. I promise you, you have my word tonight. If you have inboxed me about joining Bible studies, Bible study will be next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday, because my Tuesday is for my church. But Bible study, I'm dedicating my Bible study to you. You will have an email from me. I promise you, you will have an email from me tomorrow. Scouts Honor. You will have an email from me tomorrow. Come on. Who else am I waiting on with that seed of 100? I feel it. You are in a place and space. You're in a pocket of breakthrough. You're in a pocket of breakthrough. I'm getting ready to pray for every person that's giving. I want to make sure I don't miss nobody. I don't want to miss nobody. I don't want to miss nobody. I want you to walk. I need you to make that faith move, Peter. What Peter am I waiting on? The Zelle, jeremystone94@gmail.com. The Cash App is $JL Stone Ministries. Well, will somebody help Miss Gail get that information? I'm going to respond to it. I'm going to respond to it. I'm going to respond to it. Before I start praying for every person's seed individually, I want to prophesy tonight, Father, that you would move. 100 is the number of not only completion. I got you tonight, Ned. I got you tonight. It's not only the seed of completion, but your phone is at full capacity when it's at 100%. I want to prophesy to every person that's given tonight that God is bringing you to full capacity. I know you've been feeling like your capacity has been stretched. I know you feel like your capacity has been pulled. But any electronic device that we have is not at its greatest reach until it's at 100%. I declare that what you've sown tonight will literally be a drop in the bucket to your salary, to your increase, to your creativity, and to your capacity. May God give it to you 1,000 times over. I just want to know who else I'm waiting on. There are three more of you with that seed of 100. I'll wait on you. Who else am I waiting on with that seed of 100? There are three more of you. Acacia, full capacity. Acacia, while I'm waiting on the rest of you to get that seed of 100, I'm a minister to those of you who are sown. Absolutely, I will pray for you. Stay right. If you don't have the 100, but you want to sow, stay right where you are. I'm coming. Now, this ain't no auction. This ain't no auction. I ain't gonna do 100 here, 50 here, 10 here. But there's power in numbers. So stay right where you at. I may call something that you can give. So stay right where you at. But if you want to give something, if you want to just say, I don't want to wait, I want to get something in the ground now, go ahead. Go ahead. Acacia, God's somebody help Miss Gail with the cash app. Um, you gonna rebuke me, but it's okay. I love him anyway. Acacia, I want to hear I saw you. We've been talking about walking on water, but I saw you making major moves on stepping stones, faith stones. The Lord said to tell you, get ready for the move that will shift your life. And it's young. I prophesied to you about the entrepreneurial grace that's on your life. But I hear the Lord saying to tell you, I don't even know if my spiritual daughter's watching anymore. But Shania will tell you that being connected to Jalen will tell you, being connected to this ministry will always prove itself. And I don't know if you're watching me on TikTok or Facebook because you're jumping back and forth. But Acacia, I just want to encourage you that I see this wrecking ball coming to literally demolish things that have been built to keep you out and behind the wall of confidence. But you're breaking forth into divine confidence. The Lord said to tell you, you're going to see a season. You're going to see a season where what you've cried for was literally the building blocks of your future. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you he's going to do it off of the strength of what he promised the little girl in you. Father says to tell you it won't be as they expected, but your life will be exactly what you've anticipated. Heather, Heather Marie, I want to pray for your seed tonight that the Lord will give you absolute increase. I don't know why, as I've been teaching on faith for the whole month of October, I'm teaching faith. And Heather, I hear the Lord saying to tell you that this month you're going to be dumping places of fears in your life. The Lord said to tell you tonight, this seed was a seed tonight. Acacia, did that make sense to you? I was thrown off a little bit trying to go back and forth between the comments. I'll come back to you if it don't. But I want to say this to you, Heather. The Lord said to tell you, you're going to be dumping out places of fear. The Lord said to tell you, it's going to be a month of the clean house for you. It's going to be a month. The Father said to tell you where you're going to reach that stronger place in your capacity, and you're going to clean house. The Lord said there's literally a peace that's getting ready to settle in your living environment. I don't know where you live or who you're living with, but there's a peace that's coming to your living environment because your heart has been turned towards the Father. Your heart has been turned towards the Father, and he literally sees. He doesn't just see where you are, but he sees his investment in you that goes beyond your insecurity, and he's pulling a confidence out of you that will show and prove to you that God has not forsaken you. He's not rejected you. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you that there's a wealth transfer that's getting ready to come to your house. I don't know what income tax time normally looks like for you. I don't know what income tax time normally looks like for you, but the Lord said greater is coming. Greater is in store for you. because whatever the government's got to release for your house, it's got to release it because God's going to prove his favor to you. All right, come on. We're releasing. Sean said he sold. All right, God don't lie. There are two more people with that seed of 100. If the Lord leads you to partner with us tonight. Yeah. Tawana, there's some things that the Lord's getting ready to let you start get. People calling me. Tawana, the Lord said to tell you you're about to get the ball moving on some things. The Lord said to tell you you're, and you keep calling after I reject your call. The Lord said you're about to get the ball moving on some things. You're about to start getting things rolling. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you, don't get weary because you're about to start picking up the pace for what you're really going to accomplish. Lord said to tell you, it's not going to be as quiet as you've wanted things to be. I don't know if she still watches. It's not going to be as quiet as you've wanted things to be. And you've not really wanted people in your business. But I hear the Lord saying to tell you, you're getting ready to build and catch the attention of the right people. I don't know what exactly you sold for, but I hear the Lord saying to tell you it's literally going to be that residual breakthrough. There's some finances also that's being released to you. I just feel that I want to prophesy. Okay, you're on TikTok. You're on Facebook. I want to prophesy that finances are being released to every giver that's under the sound of my voice tonight. Every giver that's giving, your money is about to shift. I've seen God do it for me. And if you are not careful, what's on who you sow into will be on your life. Jalen will tell you, Evie gonna see it one day. She gonna realize it before October's over with. Uh, my mama will tell you, anybody that's ever sown into my ministry, I wish some of my Facebook people would testify that anytime you release seed into this ground, it literally releases a level of provision that shocks you. God will release dirty birds and a brook to bless you. And Tawana, the Lord said to tell you, you're about to start getting the ball moving now. It's going to be a season where you're going to move. Okay, inbox me. Yeah, because I want to unpack that. The Lord said to tell you it's going to be a season where the ball's getting ready to start moving, and it's going to be so much easier for you to navigate your dreams and your visions. Father says to tell you, as a matter of fact, it's been out of your control because I don't even want you to try to conceptualize how big your breakthrough is. I don't want you to try to conceptualize how big your breakthrough is. God said to tell you, did the Lord make a way? Don't leave us a cliffhanger on the breakthrough, because we'll give it back to you. Oh, okay. You made me nervous. Okay. All right. I should have. The Lord said to tell you, don't put a limitation on your breakthrough. You hear me? He says, don't put a cap on it. I want to do the above and the beyond. Elvira said, I sold 2 weeks ago. And she said, I gave all I had. And then she said, and God has been providing above and beyond ever since. I love it. We can't make this stuff up, even if we wanted to make it up. I don't know these people. I've never met these people a day in my life. But he gives seed to the sower and bread to the eater. I got to write Acacia name down because, yeah, I'm telling you what threw me off was I got your name written down, friend. We're gonna unpack that. We're gonna schedule a one-on-one next week where me and you gonna sit down personally and unpack that. All right. So I want you to go back and listen to what I said. Because I don't miss. I'm trying to remember what I said. It don't matter. I gotta finish. John, Tanya, I want to prophesy. I want to prophesy to you, Tanya Thomas. You prayed for my family to come together, and the next day my niece invited me to come on a cruise. What you say? I wish we could make this stuff up. I don't know these people. Never seen them a day in my life. Tanya Thomas, all things new. That's you. Childers. Glory to God. I don't think I know you. I don't think I've ever have we ever met? I don't think I don't want to say but I want to that word about financial increase is going to happen in your life. I heard the Father say to tell you, he said, tell Tanya the D in her name stands for demand. We've never met, but the Lord said to tell you the D in your name stands for demand. It's going to be residual breakthroughs. Father, the Lord said to tell you your prayers tonight. Before you go to sleep, the Lord said, I want you to pray one more time about it. I don't know what it is, but the Lord says, pray one more time about it because your prayers are literally putting a demand on the hand of God. The Lord said, you've prayed and you've released seed. Now I can give you what you asked for, Hannah. Hannah prayed for a son, but it didn't manifest until Elkanah put the seed in him. The Lord said to tell you, you've prayed for it. You've sought my face, even as so much. It's almost as if, I don't know if you've been talking about it or if you said, or you just came off of a fast or some type of consecration. And you was like, God, I'll give up this food and I'll not watch as much TV. As a matter of fact, we've never met before, and you normally don't do a lot of Facebook Lives. God's really been pulling you to a time God's really been pulling you to a time of consecration and intentionality. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you, I'm going to do it like I did for Hannah. Hannah sought me one more time and I blessed her. The Lord said to tell you, because Hannah's problem was the double portion wasn't enough. And the Lord said to tell you what you're praying for, even in the realm of finances and this insight and intellect. She says, I gave up food and TV. All right, I want to make sure I'm seeing right tonight. The Lord said to tell you the double portion spiritually wasn't enough because there's literally some materialistical mountains. That's not even a word. There is some substantial mountains you need move. And I hear the Father saying to tell you, as I begin to move for you outside of your health, you're going to not even notice when I heal your body. I don't know what's going on or what that means to you, but the Lord said you're not even going to notice when the healing takes place. The Lord said to tell you, you're just going to wake up one morning and it's not going to be there anymore. Somebody type glory. Greg, I prophesy God will give it back to you 1,000 times over. The Lord said to tell you, Greg, you've been giving all week. Brother, you give every time. The Lord said to tell you, you're not going to miss. The Lord said to tell you, every time you sow, you hit the target. And so I don't know what you've been aiming at, but God said to tell you, you're going to continue to hit the target and you're not going to miss. The Father said to tell you, the McSwains will see prosperity. I don't know, Heather. Maybe we need to schedule a one-on-one as well. Maybe we need to schedule a one-on-one as well and unpack that. But I'm praying for divine healing. The Lord said to tell you the McSwain family is going to begin to experience residual breakthroughs as well. And Greg, God is stretching your capacity. I don't know. It's like I can hear you saying, God, I really need him to speak to me. I believe in his gift and he keeps, he prophesies everything. But there's one thing in particular that I really need him to speak to me about. And the Lord told me to tell you, I'm not going to give it to the prophet. I'm going to handle this one on me. Greg, God said, I'm not going to reveal it to the prophet. I'm going to deal with this one completely off script because this breakthrough that you are needing is not everybody's business. And so that's why he's got you in a season of sowing for it, because God said, I just want them to see the results. I don't want them to know the details. Woo! God, that was good. Ned, I hope you caught that. God's good. Priscilla, I hope you caught that. God doesn't want us to know the details. He just wants us to see the results. Hey, hallelujah. And if I heard Mari in my ear saying the results are in. All right, we got to go. We got to get out of here. Everybody else that wants to release a seed, I believe I want everybody else. I love you, woman of God. Ilalabashanda. Everybody else that wants to release a seed, I need you to do something. I want you to release a seed of 27. 27. Why 27, Pastor? That don't make sense to me. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 is a governmental number of rule. 9 speaks to systems and authority. 9 speaks to, watch this, 9. If your phone is at 99, it's not at 100% capacity. 7 is the number of new beginning. 2 is the number that speaks to the intentionality of creation. When you sow this seed of 27, I want to prophesy over your life. The results will be that God is going to make up where you left off. God is going to make up. That's a word for somebody. All right. If you would like to be a part of our Bible studies, I want you to inbox me and say, I want in. Jesus never asked for money. Do you think you're better than Jesus? No. That's why we take up an offering for the ministry. Heather, we don't argue with people who don't read their Bibles. Jesus didn't have to ask for money. Can I give y'all a quick Bible lesson? Only because my pastor did this for me and I loved it. Jesus never asked for money. He and I were talking. He said Jesus never asked for money because Jesus told the rich young ruler, if you take what you have and you give it to the poor, he says, take what you have and sell it and give it to the poor. Jesus said, the revelation behind that, what some people don't even realize, is when Jesus said, take what you have and give it to the poor, he was saying, come back and give what you sold to us, because we have a purse where we receive offerings to distribute it to the poor. What some of you don't realize is my church is getting ready to do a whole Thanksgiving give back to the community. All right, I'll say it again. Let me know if I'm coming through clear. Hit those hearts. I'll say it for Facebook. My church is getting ready to do a whole Thanksgiving give back to the community. And what you don't realize is your seed helps us do outreach. Take what you have and sell it so you can sow seed. All right. Y'all join the Bible study. I'll tell y'all in Bible study. All right. Every person that's sowing that seed of 27, I want you to say, I'm sowing. Everybody else that's sowing that seed of 27, I want you to say, I'm sowing. God is so faithful to us. He's so kind. I bless you. I bless you. Sade, I bless you. Your kingdom financier. You'll never, if you inbox me, yes, if you need my Zelle, inbox me, I'll give you my Zelle. Or the Pastor John will give you my Zelle. This is why I pay my moderator, because he works so effortlessly. uh, Prophet Elijah Huntley, somebody asked me about you earlier today, and I told them that you've gone off grid because you don't love God no more. And you know I'm not joking. You know I said that. So if you heard something Pastor Stone said, Prophet Elijah don't love God no more. No, I said it because we have not seen or heard from you. But I love you so much. That's my brother and my friend, and he's such an incredible gift to the body of Christ. He just, he don't love us on social media no more. Everybody else, everybody else that's given, I want you to say that I'm sowing. The Lord is going to. Oh no, it's not. It's not just because it's not because you didn't sow that I didn't minister to you. Tell me your name. Tell me your name. Tell me your name. I want to pray for you. I want to pray for you. What's up? I see my mentee Isaac is watching. Tell me your name. I want to pray for you. It's TikTok is glitching so bad. Kim, Sister Kim, where you from, Sister Kim? Where you from? San Antonio. Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. How would you like for me to pray for you? And should the Lord release a word, I would love to. The saints on Facebook telling me happy birthday. It is not my birthday yet. How can I pray for you? Our numbers are dropping because I gotta get they got to come fix this Wi-Fi. Did she leave? I wanted to pray for her. Okay, if you want in on Bible study, just inbox me and say I want in. I got like 30 people that I've got to respond to. So pray for me. Pray for me. I'm gonna put I'm gonna delegate some help on this though, so we can get everybody connected. Kim says I just need uplifting. Wow. You just need uplifting. Okay. Father, I thank you for Kim in this season of her life and where she is and who she is, this place and space that you have her in. And I pray that you would be a lifter. You're the lover of our souls and the lifter of our bowed down heads. You're an incredible God that gives us unceasable victories. Bless you, Sabritha. Good to see you. Facebook, I want you to hit those hearts. You're an incredible God that gives us unceasable victories. And I pray for your daughter tonight. I pray that you'll continue to steer her in a direction that will cause her to see your faithfulness in her life like never before. I bless her tonight. I bless her tonight to see the victory of God in her life like never before. Kim, I want to say this to you. I want to say this to you. The Lord said to tell you, just for a season, change your language and change what you watch. I hear the Lord saying to tell you that this place of subtle discouragement is stemming from what you're feeding your spirit. And I hear the Lord saying to tell you, just shift what you allow in your ear gates and what you allow in your eyes. The Lord says, I want to purge your system from being reliant upon some type of conflict. The Lord is going to give you language to resolve conflict and strength and strategy to stand in a place of peace and joy. Not only is the Father going to Not only is God going to uplift you, but He's going to help this season of your life make sense. I bless you. I may be glitching, so just reach out to me. Just reach out to me, okay? If I'm glitching, reach out to me. Kim. I don't know if she's still watching or not. But if I'm glitching, just reach out to me. I need everybody to hit those hearts. Lord, I'm not going to sing tonight. I'm available to you. It's either the seed of 100 or 27. 100 or 27. There are two more people with that seed of 100, but I'm not going to bother you tonight. I'm not going to bother you tonight. Kim, inbox me if you're still watching. This is so crazy. Um, all right, I'm gonna have an inbox full of people I gotta finish ministering to. To you. How do you say that? You sweet home. It's not even coming up. All right. Father, I thank you tonight. Wow. Father, I thank you tonight for every person that's watching us and every person that's listening. More importantly, every person that decided to stay until the end. I pray that you'll bless them supernaturally, increase them astronomically, and give them grace and joy uncontrollably. Shield them in from every attack of the enemy and bless them, Father, until they have to start giving stuff away. Increase in us that we can increase into the earth. Now the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you. The Lord lift his countenance towards you and give you peace. I shield you tonight. And I want you to know, for every person that's watching me, I'm praying for you. Before I go to bed tonight, I'm praying for you. I may not know your name, but I know that there are some of your names I can see. Some of y'all it's your name. Hot Girl 77. Lord, do it for. Bless them indeed. Show them your righteousness. Let them know you haven't forgotten about them. So, Father, I thank you that in 48 hours, we'll see a great return. It is so. I look forward to y'all's testimony. All right. Inbox me. Say, I want in. I'm looking forward to hearing from y'all. I want in. I want in. And guess what? Guess what? I want you in. I want you in. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you. The Lord lift his countenance towards you and be gracious to you. We may be back tomorrow night. I don't know yet. I typically don't do Friday night lives, but we'll see what the Lord says. Go with God. Good night.